Several weeks ago, I was granted with an incredible opportunity to see this absolutely gorgeous Mandarin duck. With its brilliant orange sail fins and dainty red bill, every time this duck is sighted in the Americas, it is sure to draw crowds. Many labels have been thrown onto this species, especially when it garnered national attention for its presence in Central Park in 2018. People have referred to it both as a vagrant and an invasive species, but neither of these are correct. When spotted in the Americas, a Mandarin duck has not traveled there on its own, as the title of vagrant would imply, nor has it yet caused harm to the environment that it now inhabits, as is the effect of an invasive species. No, the real title for this duck should simply be escapee, as the mandarins seen in the wild are likely to have either come from a zoo or a farm. That being said, with every sighting of a non-native species there comes a threat of it establishing a lasting foothold to the detriment of those around it, so it's always important to keep tabs on their behavior. Which leads me to my experience. In early November of 2020, the unmistakable, ornately colored bird was reported to have found a temporary home in Yankton, South Dakota. Very luckily, I happened to be in the area around the same time. Within the small pond of Westside Park, this admiral of a male commanded the waters with a Napoleonic disposition. He was prone to chase and nip at the other, larger ducks, flapping his wings at those who came too close. The only exception to this rule was an equally beautiful male wood duck, with which the mandarin seemed joined at the hip. Nearly every photo taken of the mandarin duck in Westside Park showed this companion not very far behind. Perhaps the mandarin felt a call of kinship to the wood duck, as the two species are the only members of their genus, X, despite having such a large disparity in their native ranges. If this were the case, however, it would not explain why this goodwill didn't extend to every wood duck in the pond. In fact, the orange-backed escapee would often seem to defend his partner from other members of the same species. Regardless of the cause, it was clear that their bond was not to be broken. Perhaps this fierce loyalty is what led many cultures to adopt the mandarin duck as a symbol of marital fidelity. The South Dakota mandarin seemed blind to his partner's differences, and it's not very hard to see why. In their native habitat, mandarin ducks share many of the same habits as wood ducks. Both of these species dabble and dive for food, eating seeds, plants, small fish, and insects. Their mating and nesting behaviors are also very similar. Both species engage in mock preening and drinking, along with shaking behaviors to display those wonderful feathers. After courtship, the two species will nest in tree cavities, relying on the chicks to jump to the forest floor. With so many similarities in diet and habitat, it's no wonder why some of these escapees seem threatening to conservationists. With only a few established breeding populations, the mandarin ducks could easily prove dangerous competition for the native wood ducks. We've seen a small population grow out of hand very quickly time and time again, so while these ducks may be admired for their undeniable beauty, they should always be acknowledged as a threat.